What really is it in a human body that allows us to control the heartbeat, the blood pressure?
You see, in yoga, if you get any kind of vision, it is all the brain that is showing it to you. So when the efficiency of your brain goes up from 7% to 8% to 10%, you are able to control more and more of not even your own physical body, but even of people around you.
How do you go about controlling your brain to control your temperature?
That is what Sanatan Kriya is all about. That is what Ashtanga Yoga and Hatha Yoga is all about.
Is it something physical or does it have a lot to do with the mind as well?
It is the Guru's grace. Actually, what yoga is just the revelation of who you are. It is not twisting and turning in different funny kind of postures. Yoga is just the Guru's grace, and you are blessed with the Shakti, and you become a yogi, just like that.
But are you saying that there are only a few chosen people who are mentally equipped to do such a thing?
No, you can do it also. Give us 3 months and we'll train you to do it. You can even do it. Just one hand of Shakti and you can do it immediately. Even gentlemen here can do it also, sir.
Someone who doesn't believe in
of
it?
Course, of course. People will have to believe us. You'll have to come with dedication. Yes, I believe you. Give me 3 months.
I will try.
Alright, let's talk to a doctor at this point in time. Dr. Rao, how would you explain someone controlling their body temperature and the heartbeat? Do you think it is possible?
See, the temperature and the heartbeat are both controlled by and large by the brain.
Okay.
All right? And if you control your brain, I guess you should be able to control the bodily function.
Are you saying it is possible?
Maybe.
Maybe. You always maintain a very diplomatic stance, doctor. I must say that.
How to control the brain, sir? The brain controls the body, but how do you control the brain?
That's the point.
That ceases to be medicine.
That ceases to be medicine.
Yogis don't control anybody. Yogis cause an influence in the environment, a positive influence.
Was positive. So, for example, let us say that somebody killed somebody using a knife, and then he claimed that no, I didn't do it. I actually just touched the knife and kept it there, and somebody else using the yogic powers actually moved the knife and killed that person. Will that be accepted in a court of law? No. Similarly, with this, right? I first of all contend that when somebody is going in a cave for 31 days, there is no evidence that this person actually did what he's saying. Did he actually eat food? Did he drink water? No. I mean, how can you even believe that?
But if you take it for granted at face value, how would you explain that?
I would actually be very thrilled about it. I would then say, if this can be repeated in, Dr. Keshav said, in controlled experiment, and in the same way Mr. Ashwini said how we can do it and prove it, then the Indian Army should use it. Indian Army should train all the commandos to go through this so that they don't need any food or water. They should train all the poor people poor farmers in Maharashtra and other places who are dying because they cannot control their hunger and thirst. They are committing suicide, they are dying of famine, of so many things, right? So we should teach that. We should use that, exploit it. All the government's money should be spent on that instead of wasting money in other activities. What do you say to that?
Do you think that's an extreme view, Yogi?
No, that's a very valid thing you said. I think the government should make an effort and propagate the science of yoga. At least the gentleman believes that there is a science like that and can help this country. Let's start from there only. It's a positive step. So if we start from there only, we can teach, if there are people here, we can teach them, and within 6 months, we'll train them in quite a few things. And it will be in front of you. You can see them. I think we should suggest it to the government, to this channel also.
I mean, you already have people who can do that. We can have some experiments which can be done right now. I mean, we can do that, and then government will be impressed.
Now, Dr. Rao, we spoke to you earlier about what the physical changes would go through once someone is in a very, very harsh environment like that. What about mentally speaking, someone who is in an environment like that all alone for 31 days, literally willingly torturing their body? What about the mental changes?
See, it depends how strong-willed you are, all right? And if you got enough, this book Papillon, he was in solitary confinement for 3 years, all right? He was no yogi, he was just a human. A French man was convicted and sent to Butterfly Island somewhere off the coast of South Africa, South America, correct, if I'm correct, right? But he survived. See, it depends how strong you are in your conviction.
That's not yoga.
Right? It's a question of mind over matter.
Right. It is a lot of people who say that who have chronic terminal illnesses also who are told to have happy thoughts, or also is that something that you would also adopt in your line of work as well?
See, it is generally known that people who have a positive outlook at any illness do far better than people who have a negative outlook at their illness. This is most so in neoplasms, malignancies, and cancers. And if you are positive things are more approachable. You become more. If you are more negative or more diffident, you kind of get morose, sad, depressed. You don't really do that well.
Okay. Now, Yogi, we asked the rationalists that, of course, do you believe that there is a grey zone where yoga needs to step in? Do you think that there is a grey zone where medicine needs to step in?
Medicine is only 200 years old. It has not been tried and tested till now. What we are seeing with the medical discoveries that are happening, if you see, not medical, even scientific discoveries, if you see, in Punjab, if you go, it was supposed to be the wheat basket of the country. Every village has got hundreds of cases of cancers. There are 2 villages which I know of where every child born is having cerebral palsy. So this is because this scientific discoveries only what they are doing. This green revolution we spoke about, not a genetic, what we are talking about, genetic modifications. The next step is that we are going to have super weeds which are going to completely overrun the whole planet. And if you will see the kind of pollution which we have generated because of scientific discoveries in the last 40 years, we have not done that in the last 5,000 years. So the science that we are depending upon, on what feet is the science standing?
So do you think that it was better off in the ancient ages? We would have been a lot better off minus science and all the technologies that it's brought with it?
What is this technology giving us? I fail to see that. I think we were much healthier and much happier and much better during those days when there was no such thing as disease. Cancers were unheard of. Cerebral palsy was never there in this country. You will be surprised if I tell you when the British entered this country, there was already a vaccine for smallpox, but they suppressed that forcibly and introduced their own scientific discovered new vaccine. And the result was there was a complete overrunning of smallpox, and millions of people died in that smallpox thing because the local medicine was suppressed. This is what has been happening. In 1836, I think, Lord Macaulay spoke in the British House of Commons. He said very clearly that we have to break the backbone of this country, and the only way to break the backbone is make them believe that their culture is inferior to ours. Because in this country, I have not seen one beggar. I have not seen one person who is sick. I have seen healthy, happy people. This is Sir Lord Macaulay's statement in the British House of Commons. It's documented. And he spoke openly. We have to break the backbone. We have to create a class of elite people who will further on guide them towards us, making them forget what their culture and what their knowledge is all about. And that is what has happened. And so we should not let Lord Macaulay's dream come true. People like you and me.
That is a separate issue, but in
So it's not a separate issue.
No,
We are following just that. We are following just
the
that.
longevity of human beings has been increasing over time. Earlier, people used to, the average life was 13 years, 20
What
years.
are you talking about?
Now it's 60.
My grandfather died at 110. My
That is-
father died at 78. I don't know when I.
No, no,
What
average,
am I
average.
talking about?
I-
Tell me about your grandfather and father.
My father died at 62, my grandfather died at maybe 80, but
Then-
I think I will
How
cross
did
100.
you
I think I'll cross
scientifically
100 because the I'm talking
So
average
let's not fight.
longevity.
So let's not fight because of our egos. Let's come to the point, the
Yeah,
conclusion.
that's that.
Longevity has been going down. We are not evolving. We are devolving. If you are going to pollute your soil, you're going to pollute your air, pollute your water.
Because
What longevity do you talk
because the number of
about?
people in the world now, and compared with what it was earlier, we have
No, no,
increased.
you will kill them with chemicals then.
No, that is
That's
separate
economic
issue.
science.
That is separate issue. Those
It
are
is
again,
not separate.
that is not
It is part of
science.
this.
That is
We
not
have-
human beings.
Even in our agriculture, I'll tell you, I have got a farm in Rajasthan where it is complete sands. I said we'll use only neem oil in agriculture there. All the locals said कुछ नहीं होगा, सब मर जाएगा, एक कीड़ा नहीं निकलेगा. आज आप जाके देखो, there are all kind of vegetables growing there in our own farm, and I have personally experimented just with simple neem oil.
That is
Why are
fine.
you forgetting our culture?
No, that is
It's
not
very
science.
sad.
That is not science. Science is basically repeatability, verifiability, and testability. If we can do
Science
those
is
things,
under certain experiments, under certain conditions. When you are experimenting in the lab,
You
you,
should
have
have-
to come out in the open without having 100% proof what you are doing. You just expose it to the atmosphere, and you are causing
you
so
should
many
have-
deaths.
that is not science.
That is
You
science.
should have-
How can you come to the
you
conclusion
should
into the?
have-
How can you come to conclusion in the laboratory? You have to bring it to the open
All
environment.
right, we'll discuss more about this.